Very interesting, very. Trapper stares at you for way too long. It almost looks like he cracks the barest of smiles. But then more small bubbles appear in the water. He's still staring. He stares for such a long time it becomes quite romantic. And then as it keeps on going, it becomes downright horrifying. A chill runs down your spine. Hi friends, it's me, KillshotKitty, back again with another video. Today we're continuing on with Hooked on You. So we've gone through Spirit, we've gone through the Huntress, and we've gone through the Wraith, but we haven't gone through Trapper yet. So that's what we're doing this video. If you want to catch up on everything I've already done, Hooked on You wise, I do have a playlist right here. Before we get started though, I'd like to ask if you could please hit that subscribe button. If you like the video, hit the like button and then hit the notification bell if you want to be notified of any other future videos that come out. All right, friends, let's romance the Trapper, I guess. New game, new file. We're gonna keep my name as Ava. All right. Come to mama, Trapper. Maybe. I hope this romance is a good one. I was pleasantly surprised with Wraith, so just as a warning though, the voice I gave Trapper, I probably should have thought of before I did it, but because of the bro-ish voice I gave him, it gets very raspy for me, and at some points I do feel like I'm losing my voice. If I have to switch the voice at some point, I might. Just don't be too surprised. I'll let you know if I have to do it. But I'm gonna do my best. All right. You wake up on the beach, soaking wet, salt water stinging the inside of your throat as if you nearly drowned. Water falls from your mouth as you open it to gasp for air. You have no memory of how you got here. In fact, you can only remember your own name, but not where you came from or a single fact about your life. What you do know is that, despite the outrageous beauty of the landscape around you, you feel incredibly sick to your stomach. Wow, really went down the wrong pipe, huh? You need a minute, or can I go on? Because I can give you a minute. We got plenty of time. Endless time, really. An eternity if you catch my drift. Whoa, not now, Ocean. Sorry, Ava, may I continue? Please go on. Okay then, as I was saying, you look down at your feet, ankle deep in the crystal blue water of a newly arrived wave. As the water recedes back into the ocean, it reveals a grotesque discovery. A decomposing face stares up at you from beneath the sand. All you can do is vomit, a stream of dark bile, bugs, worms, and other ick. Questions race through your mind. Where are you? How did you get here? Who is behind this incredibly charming and well-spoken voice in your head? However, answers don't come easily. Your mind is completely blank. What will you do? Dig up that face. You brush the sand away from the half-buried human head embedded in the ground before you. There is no body, just his head. As you pick it up, flakes of skin fall to the ground. The jaw falls open, revealing a gold coin sitting on the rotting tongue of this poor dead soul. Getting your hands dirty, I see. I like that. You're a take charge type. You examine the gold coin briefly, happily distracted from what was otherwise been an extremely confusing morning. The sun beats down on you, drying your clothes. You check your pockets, but they're empty. Plenty of room for a gold coin, you suppose, and so you deposit it. Why, that's a nice coin you got there. What if you were to spend it right now? Why not? Well, hello there, I'm Dwight, and I'm Claudette. We'll take that. Claudette quickly relieves you of your gold coin and tosses it to Dwight, who bites down on it like an old-timey prospector before handing it back to her. And this is for you. Oh. Claudette presents you with a tropical drink. When you take a sip, you find that it's incredible. Money well spent in your estimation. But I gotta ask, could someone maybe design the next one of these dating sims to be all-inclusive? It really takes some fun out of the fantasy vacation to be watching your wallet the entire time. I'll thank them. I've never had this part before. Thanks for the drink, it's quite delicious. You're welcome. Did someone just thank us? Go with it, Dwight. It's normal to be thanked for doing a good job. Trust me on this one. Your mind doesn't have a chance to linger any longer on your current situation as you feel something soft bump into your foot. When you look down, you find a volleyball sitting in the sand there next to you. You stare down, frozen. A voice calls out from behind you. Little help, please. You turn around and when you see what's waiting for you, your jaw just about hits the ground. Ah. Beautiful. All right, Trapper. Four gorgeous monsters stand halfway between you and a well-tended volleyball court. Each of them oozes with undead energy, a magical aura reaching out and penetrating you via your eyes. Your heart begins to race. Curiosity, fear, desire. You can't help but stare at these casually dressed, let's call them killers. I don't know, not to be judgmental, but that's just the energy they put out there. So many competing feelings rush through your mind at once that you are completely paralyzed. Hello? There are weird days, and then there's this. All you can do is look down at the ball and back up at that monstrous lineup of, well, literal monsters, sexy ass monsters though. What do you do? So for Trapper, to get the romance ending, you say no thanks. No thanks. Damn, what an alpha move. You just became the type of person who says no thanks to a group of actual killers. No one tells you what to do. Thanks for nothing, I guess. Huntress jogs over to collect the ball from the ground next to you. For someone so large, she moves deftly and silently across the sand. It's hard to make out his expression from behind the mask, but it seems like Trapper might be smirking. As you try and read Trapper's face, you realize that the two of you have been staring into each other's eyes for a really long time, even though everyone else has headed back to the volleyball court. Finally, you can't take the tension, so you look down and breaking his gaze. As soon as you do, he turns to follow them. Alone again, you look across the beach at these strange residents who casually bat a volleyball back and forth, happily ignoring your intrusion onto their private beach. Should you be frightened, worried, excited? I did refer to them as killers, not to give too much away. At the same time, damn, they're looking very appealing in their own way, and nobody so much as lifted a blood-soaked finger in your direction. Don't be scared, Ava. You were made for this. Well, geez, if the spooky ocean voice says not to be scared, I'm sure it's all gonna work out. With no good reason not to, you decide to head over and see what happens next. It seems like you've derailed the volleyball game just by showing up. You derailed the game just by showing up, nitwit! And I guess you're also a nitwit. Look, it's best to just go with what Trapper says when he says it. There's a policy I hold for pretty much anyone who always seems to have fresh blood on their hands. Hey, don't worry about it. It's all just a game. Existence, that is. Besides, you seem a lot more interesting than a silly game. What's your deal? What brings you here? You mean they're here to do more than distract from my total domination? That was Wraith. That sign means he was done with the game too. Either that or he saw a butterfly or something. Look, I don't care why this slack-jawed moron is here. I just want to know, can I kill them or not? You know you can't. At least not yet. Oh yeah, not yet. Hey Ava, you might want to, say something? Actually, never mind. There'll be plenty of time for that soon enough. Right now, this group has some questions for you. But be warned, answer quickly and answer well. This is a timed quiz and it will be very important later. Very important. Or not important in any way whatsoever. Probably that one. I can't remember. How attractive would you say you are? This doesn't matter what you pick on this one. I'd say I'm very attractive. That's what you think very attractive is compared to this? Trapper flexes and muscles are so tight you can practically see the blood running through his veins. If you could have any superpower, what would it be? Super strength. Super strength would be cool. Strength isn't all about muscles. True strength is up here. You expect Trapper to point to his head, but instead he taps one of his bulging shoulders. Oh, okay. It's specifically in these muscles. Nobody gives a shit about your calves. What was your best subject in school? Skipping class. You could say I majored in skipping class. If I had ever gone to school, I'm sure I would have done great in skipping class. I prefer skipping over walking almost always. What's your favorite animal? A mustelid. 100%. Be honest, you have no idea what a mustelid is, and you're just hoping it's just some secret answer that results in a hilarious Easter egg, right? Because there is no Easter egg. It's just another word for ferrets and stuff like that. I love ferrets. What's your favorite color? Blood red. Red. Some call it the color of love, but love is just another word for pain. What's your dream job? Nightclub promoter? Oh well, not working at all. If we get to do what we really want, why work at all? It takes a lot of courage to break free from society's expectations to climb the ladder. Only she could spin laziness into some kind of grand crusade, these damn millennials. Best flavor of ice cream? Horse flesh. Horse flesh? Horse flesh. I mean, ocean sounds. My favorite flavor is pain. Same here. Minus vanilla, swirled with pain. I think mint chip is the greatest flavor I ever conceived myself, but not enough about ice cream, am I right? Hold on a second, this reminds me. I am right, always. It's a lesson you should learn before we go too much further. Do what I say if you want to survive. Pick mint chip. We're teaching life lessons now, narrator, you rascal. Kill or be killed is the rule on this island, even our faceless voices. Tell me, what's the best flavor of ice cream? Mint chip. So obedient. I think you're gonna do just fine. Anywho, now that they know so much about you, I'm sure the group wants you to start getting to know them. I'm Trapper. I pretty much run things around here. I'm the smartest, richest, strongest person on this whole island. I don't like losers. If you want to know what a loser is, say hello to Wraith. Hi, I'm Wraith. I'm nothing like everyone else. I like nice people and loathe big dumb idiots. Hey, what's up? I'm Spirit. I don't like most things. I don't really hate most things either. It's not worth my time, but the things I do hate, I really hate, you know? Based on my personal observations, life is nothing but suffering, and society is a carefully calculated lie to keep everyone subservient to those in power. It's better to choose to just not take part. Geez, it's like she was downright murdered by society. She hates it so much. Oh, no, wait. I'm remembering Spirit's story now, and that's almost exactly what happened. Hey, I'm Huntress. Don't let these bummers get you down. There's lots of fun to be had on this island, along with lots of love. Yeah, there is, if you know what I mean. Grow up. Grow a buddy. I've explained this 1,000 times. I'm dead, but not a literal ghost. I just create a trail of fog. I'm not made of it. Whatever, fog buddy. That's not nice. He's not nice. You love it. Only sometimes. Yeah, really? That's disgusting. That's why she likes it. Don't speak for me. I also hate it. Stop speaking entirely, actually. For the first time ever, I agree with Wraith. Let's move on. Otherwise, they'll do this all day. Besides, if I know this crew, and I do, they'll want to show off soon enough. If you're done playing, let's do something else instead. Wow, for once I actually agree with the meathead. I say we go to my yacht. It's a massive boat dock nearby. I give everyone a taste of true luxury and power. Wraith rolls his eyes. Don't mind him, he just hates fun and happiness. No, I hate the endless, desperate, soul-crushing pursuit of wealth and why it's flaunted needlessly and the cruelty it engenders. What about hanging by the pool? I find the water calming, simple, beautiful. Hey, what about our volleyball game? We can exercise and have some fun as a group. Are you serious? There's a perfectly good lounge to chill out at right here. I'm tired, and besides, I hate being in the sun. Where do you want to go? So for Trapper, you want to pick yacht. How about the yacht? Perfect. You obviously have a modicum of taste and good judgment. At least I hope you do. Guess we'll find out. Worst case, we'll find out how strong your bones are, how heavy you are to pick up and throw, and how fast your lifeless body sinks. Should be pretty chill day regardless. Hold on. For just one moment. This is Wyatt and Claudette, our activities coordinators. They're also the cooks, waiters, bartenders, janitors, and every other job. They're the only help remaining on the island. This place we call Murderer's Island. Cue dramatic musical flourish. None of the others survived. Survived the interview process, I mean. Hence why we shall heretofore refer to them as survivors with a capital S. These two have worked here a long time, so very long, I don't actually know how long it's been. Sorry, anyway, I should probably let Dwight and Claudette do their mandated jobs. They sure look happy, but they're vibrating with a nervous energy that is starting to give me the creeps. We will now escort the group to the venue of your choice. However, in the future, we recommend waiting for us to present you with your options whether possible, and don't just run off to various activities unsupervised. We don't have much autonomy around here. The least you can do is allow us to do our job. The most you can do is help us get off this island. Dwight! Yes, pardon me. Please follow us. Hey, narrator. Yes, something I can help you with? Those two, Claudette and Dwight, did they just start to mention something about wanting to escape? Is escape an option? Should I be trying to escape? Escape? Oh, no. I think you're mistaken. It seemed like Dwight was asking for help to get off this island, though. Oh, right, that. Yes, that's true. He was. But he just meant that he wants to get to the other vacation island getaway. A couple miles south of here. It has much fancier accommodations than this island. It's one of those big corporate outfits, quite exclusive, where all the famous celebrities hang out. Very luxurious. Doesn't quite have the charm that this island has, though. Trust me, you wouldn't want to go there. With all that money comes a lot of restrictions. This is where you belong. Now, off you go. It's time for an activity. On this island, your decisions matter, mostly, when I agree with them, not like the other island. So what'll it be? Yacht. Trapper is very pleased with your choice, not just because he owns his boat either. Clearly you understand the importance of appreciating the finer things in life. Unfortunately, though, this means these uncouth heathens are now on my beautiful boat. I'll make sure the help wash it as soon as they leave. Not exactly a genial host, but what he said isn't even the worst thing about his comments. It's that he made them in front of everyone else, loudly. They're used to it at this point, so it's time to get to the good stuff, eating. As the guest of honor, you can choose the appetizer. Here's a menu. What do you want served? So the answer for this one is you can't choose. Thank you, but I would never presume to order for you, and obviously you know what's best to order. Yes, obviously. We'll be having escargot and a white wine sauce. Suck up. If you can't even pick your own food, you certainly can't hunt for it. Bear no mind, stay in my good graces, and you'll never want for anything, except more. Survivors, care for our guests? The survivors arrive with trays of food as everyone stands around and makes conversation. Enjoy! Please, for our sake. They catch Trapper glaring at them for daring to speak directly to you, but Dwight pushes on anyway. Can we get you anything else? So for this one, you have to get rid of them. What you can get is lost now. Trapper snickers at your casual abuse of these lowly survivors. I guess when you've got a bunch of giant metal hooks shoved through your skin, you form a special kind of relationship with pain. Dwight wipes away a tear. He should have known better than to talk to the likes of you. Now that the help is gone, the killers, killers is a bit harsh. They haven't killed anyone today anyhow. Should we call them suitors or something? I don't know. That lacks a bit of punch. I'm sticking with killers. The killers have begun to hover around you. They each seem to be waiting for a moment alone with you. Except Wraith, he seems to be studying the corner of the room, definitely avoiding any engagement with you at all costs. Who will you allow to steal you away for a quick second? So I think that's why you have to pick her Trapper. It doesn't really say who, but you make eye contact with Trapper and immediately pushes the others aside. You already show promise as a prospective mate. Therefore, I'd actually like to get to know you better, so I'll let you in on a secret. When the time comes, I have a private little getaway here on this island. No one else knows about it. It's to die in. It's to die for. It's a hidden spot where I enjoy all of life's many bounties. I want to show it to you. Not because you're worthy of it just yet, though. Mainly because it will piss everyone else off who chose me. I always like to remind them who's really in charge around here. Oh yeah. And also, that part about getting to know you better, that's important too, I guess. Everyone put down your appetizers on board and on my yacht. That's unacceptable. Declan? Yes, sir? Prepare a libation. Something that will impress our new guests. By the looks of them, shouldn't take much. God. Carla, make sure you've got both boozy and non-alcoholic drinks available. Nobody has to drink if they don't want to. I'm a killer, not an asshole. Declan, Carla? I thought their names were Dwight and Claudette. Who the hell are Dwight and Claudette? Hey, Daryl and Christina. You know those two? Maybe they work on that other island. Yeah, you, Ava. Ready your mouth hole. Oh my god. This guy. Wow, this guy really knows how to sell a drink. While undoubtedly crass, he does have a point. A minigame is incoming and the success or failure of your quest may very well depend on the readiness of your mouth hole. Minigame? Okay, yeah. We know the minigames. Yes, okay. No, I'm ready. All right. The party never stops. Shots. Is that my mouth hole? Perfect. Not bad. Oh no. You missed completely. Oh no. He's gonna hate me. Oh, I missed completely again. This whole amnesiac thing is already a lot to take in without also pouring a bunch of drinks on top of it. So it's not as I expect that you didn't perform perfectly. Lucky for you, my desire for perfection is only matched by my enjoyment in watching losers fail publicly. Then don't expect luck to get you through this forever. Overwhelmed by the afternoon's activity, you feel yourself spinning out of control. Was it the drinks? The pressure to perform? The rocky of the ship? Smartly, you pound a pitcher of water before everyone goes dark around you. It turns out a quick nap was just what you needed. When you come to, Dwight and Claudette are somehow already back on shore, waving at the boat. I'm pretty sure that means it's time to head back and leave this yacht behind. What a shame, too. Trapper plans to serve little monkey, live monkey brains as an entree. Ugh. Gross. Seems like the next activity is mealtime? How quaint. You expecting what? Capture the flag? Do you know how complicated it is to run a game like that? Much more so than sitting and talking. You arrive at the cookout area to find an assortment of picnic tables scattered around. What were you expecting? Some kind of grand hall with a huge banquet table? This ain't some prestigious fancy epic like you'll find on cable. Dwight and Claudette usher you to your seat, but there's very limited seating directly around you. And oh great, terrific. It seems that everyone wants to sit next to you. Even better is that they don't want to sit next to certain other people either. To start, no one wants to sit next to Trapper. Meanwhile, he refuses to sit next to Wraith or Trickster. Oh yeah, Trickster is here. Surprise? Yeah, well, they don't call him expected, sir. I'm sorry, even I get nervous around crowds of killers, and my whole shtick gets a little flustered. Hey there, you're looking good, Ava, real good. And we literally can't let Huntress and Trapper sit together. No, seriously, their arms are too big. They can't fit at the table if they sit side by side. Look at this, we can't even fit everyone on screen at the same time. You probably think it was an error, but it's not. It was completely intentional. Let that be a lesson to you. Every error you think you see is a choice. Got that? Okay, Dwight and Claudette are directing traffic. You sit on one side, the rest of them will sit opposite you. Huntress and Trapper can sit at the ends with their enormous sexy arms. Now that everyone's seated, we can begin dinner. Tonight's meal was prepared slowly and carefully with both love and hate for 12 hours over a spit. We hope you all enjoy. We really, really hope you do. Hey, you didn't actually tell us what you're serving. What are you eating? It's meat. Seasoned with the perfect number of special herbs and spices that we simply can't divulge. Meat is good. Meat is murder. Which, consider what you'd been up to. Who are you to get judgy now? I'm just sharing facts, and you need to murder something to eat its meat, so that's like technically true. Technically true is the best kind of true. Okay, enough yapping. Let's eat. Hey, Ava, you thinking what I'm thinking? It's got to be a person on that spit, right? Or several parts of overlapping people, perhaps? I haven't seen many pigs wearing palm tree button-down prints, When you look closely at the spit, you spot what definitely appears to be scraps of fabric sandwiched between some layers of meat. I think I might be sick. Is there anything else to eat? This took 12 hours. Oh, that was Claudette. And we do literally everything on this island. Actually, there's one thing you're not doing today. You're not carving up this delectable meal. Wow, he's right for a change, because I am with my broad axe. It's the perfect tool for easily chopping anything in twain. First, who says twain? Sometimes I swear it's like we're all from completely different historical eras. Second, I'll handle this with my cleaver. Fast, powerful, and clean. At least it's clean when the meat is cooked, no blood. You two and your ridiculous bicep swinging contest. Enough, grow up. Obviously, my gorgeous katana is the only option. Ops. The hell it is! Oh, I'll show you both my katana and send you to actual hell if you'd like. Please stop. Please, I hate when we fight or talk or even when we look at each other in the eye. I can do it. I have the skull of Azeroth. Great, instead of slicing it up, you can club it to a second death. Hey, Ava, I know this isn't what you want to eat, but hurry up and volunteer to carve up Felix. I mean dinner. Otherwise, this will go on for hours. No hyperbole. They once argued over who had the most effective weapons for 72 hours straight. It doesn't matter which one does it. When they're done, they will take even longer cleaning their weapon, all while explaining the value in maintaining your tools. Despite being a bunch of cold-blooded killers, for some reason, they're always terrified of tetanus. Hey, why don't you just let me carve up dinner? Splendid idea. We'd hate for it to get cold. He hated when it got cold. Here's a machete, freshly sharpened. All right, mini-game again. Perfect. Perfect. Oh no, not bad. Not bad. Oh, not bad. That was pretty good. I'd like to see what you could do with a less clumsy weapon. Yeah, I said it. Machetes are dumb. Dinner is finally served. For real. The sounds, especially coming from the masked killers while they eat, which involves lifting their mask and shoving food up behind them, are nasty. Spirit, meanwhile, doesn't even eat. She's the only one who seems to be embracing being dead. They're all dead, right? This is obviously hell. I mean, come on, we're still trying to be mysterious here. You think mystery comes easy? Claudette and Dwight aren't the only ones who've been working their asses off to make this night perfect. Well, at least they're lifting their masks. This is only 99% as disgusting as if it could be if they would just tried to mash stuff through there. Spirit, why aren't you hungry? The two best things about being dead is not having to eat. That's only one thing. Think about it, Ava. Number two, it's no number two. One less thing to think about in the afterlife. Even if I wanted to eat, I have no idea what would actually follow. You might have noticed, but I'm mostly just a bunch of dismembered body parts floating in a spectral form. Do you see how deep this cut in my abdomen is? I don't think my digestive tract connects anymore. Between the food and the behavior of the group, this might be the worst meal in history. But even worse is they're staring at you. You're not eating. They don't like it. I think they want an explanation. Why? What do you want to tell them? So this answer has to be, I'm sorry. Actually, it's not the food or the company. It's just I'm super self-conscious how I look when I eat. I was just pretending to be grossed out by dinner so I'd have an excuse not to chew in front of everyone. Sorry if that makes everyone things awkward. I'm actually extremely hungry. Yeah, watching people eat is gross, but try to relax and not worry about what everyone thinks. It's so important to always remember people are watching you, judging you, definitely not ignoring you. Right, guys? Guys, is anyone listening to me? Typically a group that includes one, if not more cannibals staring at you with meat juice dripping from their chins could be quite scary. However, right now you're barely able to keep your head up, let alone get scared and run away. I'm a narrator, not a physician, so please don't take this as medical advice, but I'm pretty sure you need to eat to stay alive. Oh, hey, it's me again. Your friend, mentor, and guide. Narrator, the ocean. Not sure I feel about that characterization, but I'll allow it. I brought you here. I might be the only one who can help you now. There's only one thing you must do to survive. You have to figure out why you're really here. No one can tell you, not unless you follow the right path, or at least a right path. There's too many of those to count. Hopefully you pick at least one of them. Because there are even more wrong paths. Many of them lead to your demise. Others lead to something even worse. Starting seeds over and having to fast forward back to where you were, am I right? For this place holds many secrets, even from itself, but the one that truly matters can only be learned if you answer the most important question. Why are you here? Why are you here? Answer that and you'll learn the truth, the ultimate truth. Vague, mysterious. I gotta give it to this ocean character. That's some quality early game storytelling. Hold on, I'm back. One more piece of advice. You've made many choices by now. Some of them I liked, some of them I did not. It's in your best interest to make more choices that I like. For the choices might be yours to make, but they're mine to reward. And if you want to truly succeed in this place, you'll need my help. Okay, Ocean. You wake up to find Trapper holding your limp body, gingerly pouring cold water into your mouth. You had me worried there, passing out like that. I thought maybe you died. That would have been terrible. Nobody dies on this island without me killing them. You hear that? Nobody. Thanks, I guess? Don't mention it. I mean that. Don't mention it. Someone might think I care for you. That can't happen. I've got a reputation to uphold. I'm starting to understand, I think. When you went down, it looked like you hit your head on the edge of the table. If it were me, the table would have been the one to crack open. I'm sure it really hurt you, though. So I figured a little ocean air might help wake you up, and I brought you down by the water. That's really thoughtful of you. What? A magnificently muscular, wealthy, artistically gifted Adonai can't also be thoughtful? Don't answer because it's obvious. Adonai was a pussy. Killed by a boar? Get out of here with that garbage. I do find myself in an unusual position, though. Despite the overwhelming probability that I'll eventually find myself standing over your lifeless corpse, I don't want you dead just yet. So I'm here to talk to you like a regular human person. And right now, I'm worried that I might be coming off a bit too forceful. I know my mere presence can be intimidating, but I don't want you to get the wrong impression about me or how I feel about you. So I'll just put it out there. I might possibly like you. I can't say that about everyone, or really anyone on this island. There's something different about you. You aren't like the others. Henceforth, I think it's time I shared something with you that I haven't shared with anyone else in a long time. It's a big part of who I am, and I think you're ready for it. You watch as Trapper reaches into his singlet and pulls out some sort of rolled up scroll of paper. He grips it firmly in his hand. It's one of my sketches. I don't know if you know this, but I love to draw. The arts have always been a passion of mine. Would you like to see it? So this one, the answer is no. Honestly, I'm not sure I'm ready. It sounds like a big step for you to share something that important with me. I want you to trust me when you let yourself be that vulnerable. Trapper stares at you, but despite the silence lasting way too long, you can't figure out what he's thinking. Only that he seems to be getting closer to you the longer he stares. What an interesting response. Huh? We should walk down the beach a bit. Perhaps put some extra space between us and these other uncouth monsters. Trapper turns and begins to walk away from you. So this one you have to follow quietly. You don't respond, you simply follow him silently, observing the sheer force with which he takes each step along the water's edge. This is one thing about myself I'd like to share with you now. A long time ago, when I was a boy who did not yet know the potential of his own strength, I fought a bear with my bare hands. That behemoth must have stood 10 feet tall, and it had to weigh 1,000 pounds at least. But after hours rolling the mud with the beast, I finally snapped his neck, and I carried the carcass on my back for 5 miles through the woods and hills by my home. Before I washed his blood from my own wounds, I skinned it. For the next 2 days, I ate each and every part of that bear. For during our 10-mile walk on that mountainside, I realized that formidable beast gave me a great gift, and I owed it the courtesy of making his body part of mine. That bear helped me realize I had nothing in this world to fear. No man, animal, or monster would ever take me down. And I'm reminded of that each time I stand by my fireplace where that bear skin will stay for as long as I take breath. Isn't that incredible? So this one you gotta answer with magnificent. No more incredible than you are. I'd expect nothing less from you. Trapper looks at you, a piercing look even through his eyes. Mask. He smirks, but it's not clear why. Then he turns and leaves. Just as things are really heating up, you hear a flurry of footsteps behind you. You quickly spin around, ready to fend off whatever new danger has popped up on the strange island. Only to find that it's Dwight and Claudette sprinting across the beach, clipboard in hand, while they're waving in the air above their heads. It's very important that we stick to the itinerary and attend each event as scheduled. Playing sick for cute flirt points was not a part of this evening's activities. That's strictly slotted in for after campfire story time. At this rate, we'll be late. Playing sick? No, I was. No time for excuses? Well, there is, but that's scheduled for after what comes after the flirting. Go, go, go! Once everyone is gathered at the fire pit, Dwight and Claudette quickly make an announcement. We're not going to blame anyone in particular, but someone, and we're not going to say who, so don't worry, you, hasn't been sticking to the schedule. That means that we're behind on time for evening activities, and we'll only have time for one person to share their special spooky nighttime story. Just one story? But story time is my favorite activity. This is a narrative-heavy experience. You're telling us that only one person gets to share? How will we decide who? Oh, great. You have to decide as a group? That never worked well. Whoever did this, step up now. I swear I won't be angry. I'll merely chop your head clean off. No fuss, no fuss. Voice trembling, you realize that this is probably it for you, but you embrace your fate. So sorry, everyone. I think they're talking about me. To be honest, I still don't understand how this whole schedule thing works. I guess I lost track of time while I passed out. Been there before, even though it's taking some pressure off of me, which is an absolute dream come true. Is it really fair to pick on the newbie? Seriously, has anyone ever happened on... Seriously, has anything here ever happened on schedule even once? Damn it, Donald. If you try to flex that authority gimmick one more time, so help me, I'll snap your head off so quick that I'll drown you in his blood, Cynthia. Fuss and muss are back on. You two know I love to hack and slash and slice. We all know you love to kill. It's almost all you talk about. Nobody named any names. Who knows any names? Not it. Us. I renounce my name. Who's Donald? Who's Dwight? Who even knows anymore? Call me nobody. But we still gotta get started on story time, so... Ava, who do you think should go? Ah, damn it, that's a name. Please pick somebody quickly so this tropical vacation doesn't turn into a bloodbath. So this one, you have to pick the Trapper. I choose you, Trapper. Whoa, whoa, this entire experience is being carefully crafted to avoid an IP infringement lawsuit. Let's be careful with the catchphrases, will ya? Yes, of course, you want to hear my story. It's a good one, and an old one, too. This is an infamous tale about two young friends from my hometown. Best buds who did everything and anything together. Fish, hunt, fight, skip rocks, climb the tallest trees, climb the highest peaks. The more dangerous something was, the more they wanted to do it. But everything changed one day when the slightly older friend asked the other for a favor. My father doesn't want me going out with you anymore. He said you were dangerous together. We take risks we shouldn't. And if I keep hanging out with you, he says one day I'm going to get hurt. Do you think you could come by and tell my dad we'll be careful so we can still be friends? Of course, said the other friend, who was always eager to please his best mate. I'm just switching my voice for the story time. I know it's Trapper saying the story, but it's hurting my throat. I'll go back to his voice later. I'll go back to his voice on the person I assume is Trapper. So the two went to see the concerned father, who puffed away at his pipe as he listened to every promise his son's pal made about being more cautious. But when the slightly younger and slightly smaller boy finished, his friend's father responded, stone-faced, "No, sorry, this is for the best of you. I don't want my son hanging out with you anymore, and that's that." The young boy was so crestfallen he left immediately. No one could see him cry. He would not give them the satisfaction, especially because if they did, they might tell others in town and they'd all think him weak. Worse, his own father would never forgive his son for letting others see him that way. But he was too upset to go home right away, to be spotted on the path, so instead he sat outside his friend's house in the little hiding spot they had often sat in during rainstorms or when they didn't want anyone to see them trading interesting rocks they dug up. It was quiet as he stifled his own tears, and that's when he heard it, a sound and odor wafting out alongside the pipe, smoked, carried on dark winds. Betrayal. Thanks, Dad. I didn't want to hang out with him anymore, but I didn't want to tell him that. He'd be a big baby about it. It's okay. I get it. I don't blame you at all either. He's soft and needy. You need strong friends. Someday you really would have ended up getting hurt because of him. You need friends you can rely on. Trapper looks angry. The muffled tears stopped, and the hiding spot that had been a pit of sand is now overflowed with rage. The boy went home. If anyone passed him on the path, all they saw was determination. That night he spoke to no one. He ate no dinner. He slept no sleep. The next day he got up early and sat near the tallest tree in the woods by his former friend's house. It was the one tree no kid in town had ever conquered. Its top remained untouched. He remained there till dark before he finally went home. He did this for 8 days. On the ninth, his old mate finally passed by. "Hey, what are you doing here?" asked the Judas. "Nothing, hunting squirrels and sat down to eat this apple," lied the younger boy. "Oh, yeah, sure. I hope you're okay. I can't believe my dad did that. It's so unfair." "Yes, it was truly unthinkable," answered the boy through a smile that carried no warmth. "Yeah, well, okay. I'll see you around." But before the betrayer could leave, his old friend called out to him. "I'm gonna climb this tree," he said. "I'm gonna make it to the top." "The hell you are? No one can do that, and they definitely can't do it by themselves." He had him. "I can and I will. I understand why you can't, though. Your dad said you're afraid you'll get hurt." "I'm not afraid. He's afraid," replied the friend, now seething with shame and with his own rage. "Oh, forget what my dumb old father said. I'll do it with you. You'll see I'm not afraid." And so the two climbed and climbed, each making it higher than they ever had before. And they continued to climb. But whether they would have reached the top will never be known, because the turncoat, the boy who made his father lie for him, fell before he could make it all the way up. Some say it was no accident, that his old chum pushed him. But how could he? He was the weak one after all. Of course, such a weak child could never send his best friend to his death. This was an accident, tragic for sure, but nothing more. Of course. A month later, though, no one could explain how the dead boy's father choked to death on his own pipe. Yeah, definitely a good call and stay quiet after that. Silence really is best at a time like this. Shit! What about you, Ava? What did you think of my tale? So this one is... Now that's a story. Now that's a story. Yes, it is. I got coin. Guess he liked our response. He's handing you a gold coin. On that note, everyone decides it's time to take a break and split up for a little bit so that they can all have a moment alone before bed. Everyone leaves and you're alone by the fire. The only thing you hear is the ocean slowly lapping against the shore. This is nice. A true moment of peace and tranquility that lasts for all of 7 seconds before Trickster shows up and he's blaring his latest song. Hey baby, you look lonely. Mind if I join? He doesn't wait for an answer. I know you've been hearing those from these guppies all day, but I want you to hear something from a big fish like me. Something special those in charge of this island don't want you to hear. I'm the ultimate catch on this island, the only lobster in an ocean of sardines. No one can give you what I can. You just have to find me. Come find me, baby. Trickster leaves. You're a bit confused about what to make of his cryptic clues, but you aren't going to get any time to yourself to think about them just yet. Trapper approaches you. Finally, those dweebs are gone. Now that I know we're totally alone, we can really talk. But let's get away from this ash and smoke and take a dip in the pool. Whether it's water, sweat, or my enemy's blood, I prefer my muscles glistening and not dried. A dip in the pool with Trapper? You've come a long way in a single day. I'm not saying you shouldn't follow him and offer like that. Just don't forget our little talk. You and your storyteller friend slip into the water. It's just the right temperature for an evening dip. Plus, if some jealous shark comes along and manages to jump from the ocean into the pool, you're also pretty sure your killer companion can handle it. Trapper looks surprisingly relaxed. That's definitely weird. Oh, okay. The small bubbles rising up in the water around him might have something to do with that. Look, Ava, I don't want to reveal anything in front of the others. You never know when a loser is really a maggot. Now, though, I want to hear what you really thought of my story. What was its real purpose? So, this one, the answer is honesty is important. To show why honesty and integrity are so important? Very interesting, very. Trapper stares at you for way too long. It almost looks like he cracks the barest of smiles. But then more small bubbles appear in the water. He's still staring. He stares for such a long time it becomes quite romantic. And then as it keeps on going, it becomes downright horrifying. A chill runs down your spine. Finally, Dwight and Claudette show up and say everyone is reconvening at the fire pit. How dare you interrupt me? I mean us. No, wait, me. I mean me. Trapper throws his cleaver at Dwight and Claudette's feet. Where the hell was he even hiding his cleaver? More importantly, what do you think of his little cleaver toss? So this one, your answer is laugh? You see how scared they both look? That was amazing. Serves the servants right. Clever wordplay. You're all right by me. Trapper flips you a gold coin, which he definitely was keeping in his crotch. It's too warm to have been anywhere else. I'm getting a lot of gold coins this run. Oh, it lagged and then it disappeared. Oh no. You feel your toes tingling and notice the temperature has dropped significantly. It's getting chilly in the water. Usually it's so warm around you. You mind if I snuggle up your way? Yes, I do mind. Dang! Before we have to spend too much time watching you sit there all alone trying to figure out exactly what you're doing with your life. We figured we'd let you know that it's time for bed. And you're the kind of person out enjoying the facility, so well, the thing is, you see, we can't really get our night started until yours ends, so pack it up, kiddo. Your 5-star sleeping arrangements await. You head over to the campfire. The heat is comforting on this chilly night. Looking into the crackling embers, you think about Trapper's story. Are you being led to your demise by an untrustworthy narrator? Wait a second. I swear to you that you're not. Come on, you gotta trust me at least a little more than you trust Trapper. Before you can dwell too much on your fate, Claudette and Dwight arrive. They're now familiar, creepy smiles stretching from ear to ear. It's a bit menacing to see a smile like that lit by firelight. We must apologize for the accommodations. We weren't prepared for another guest, but you're going to make you comfortable or die trying. Hand over a pillow and blanket and welcome you to snuggle up by the fire. Perhaps the music will put you at ease? Just try to keep the volume at a minimum. Our other guests aren't the type you'll want to rob of their beauty sleep. Mini games consist of 2 parts. Yes, we've done 2 of these already. Thank you. Ready. No matter how many things you listen to, you still can't sleep. I'm just gonna... All right, so Trapper. Trapper, are you around? I was wondering if I could get a little company. Trapper tells you his secret for falling asleep when he's feeling restless. A heavy bearskin blanket is all you need. If that doesn't work, I just go for a late night walk and punch the first person I come across. You're a real charmer, Trapper. I'm not sure I'm brave enough to kill a bear or skilled enough to skin it. You're certainly not either of those things as far as I can tell. Here, hold on to this. Try not to hurt yourself. A bear... Lucky bear paw? Trapper hands you an entire bear's paw, complete with sharp claws. It's like the most aggro version of a rabbit foot you'll ever seen. You finally start to feel sleepy, except maybe this isn't really a sleepy feeling. Maybe you're paralyzed. You try to keep your eyes open, but you can't. Darkness overtakes you. The dark voice from earlier speaks to you again. It shouldn't still be as spooky, but now you've had a whole day of strange voices in your head, but this one is still undeniably odd. Had a great time on the private yacht today, huh? That comforting, rocking sensation, that was all me. Oh yeah, you're welcome. You awake suddenly to see someone looming over you. Huntress is rifling through your pockets. Oh, you're awake. I wasn't stealing from you, merely trying to get to know you better by seeing what kind of trinkets you keep close. I saw you with the trapper right before bedtime. Look, I'm not saying I don't trust them, but, well, yes, I am saying that. I don't trust anyone I don't already have tied up, so I was making sure they didn't do anything fishy. And I was making sure you're not a soldier. Soldiers killed my father, you know. While I've got you, you should really consider spending more time, some more time with me. I'm not scary. You're not? Not at all. I'm just a lost girl on a big island. I've been watching you since you got here, you know. Not in a creepy way. Huntress pauses for a long moment. All right, in a charmingly creepy way. I've noticed how fun-loving you seem. If you spend more time with me tomorrow, maybe I'll take you to the special place I found. It's all mine. None of the other killers have been able to find me there. It's quiet and isolated. Maybe I'll even show you how to make beef stroganoff. That all sounds very enticing. I'll let you get back to bed. It's been a long day. Shh. Huntress places a gigantic hat on your forehead and your eyes flutter closed. Finally alone, for real this time. Maybe. You drift off to sleep again. Hopefully you're not poisoned. Oh, great. Wait a second. Where are we? This isn't... Oh, geez. It's one of those reality show confessional rooms where all of the contestants talk directly to the camera. Can you blame me for not getting along well with others? I mean, I haven't had a real conversation with anyone since I was a child. I take the fact that I haven't slaughtered the newcomer for their meat yet as a win. They look pretty tasty, though, so who knows what'll happen tomorrow. Hey, Dwight, do we have tarragon on this island? If I'm being honest, I want to kill just about every person I meet within a minute of meeting them. Even the few people I can tolerate, I want to see suffer for a long time before I kill them. But this person, for some reason, I would like them to continue living for now. One false step and haha. Well, you know, everyone calls me Trapper for a reason, and they better call me Trapper. I swear if I watch this later and you list me as Evan, I'm going to kill the Chiron guy. I don't really care. This island's full of people who don't really like me, so what's one more? I don't want to get distracted from my plan anyways. You know, I think I learned a lot about myself today. I always thought I was doomed to be alone for eternity, but only my creeping desire for revenge to keep me company. Only my... Now I know it. Poor thing. I know. I miss you too. All right, and we're done with day one. This is where we're gonna end. All right, friends, and that's it for today's video. So far, I'm enjoying Trapper's story. He's pretty funny. I do appreciate him farting a lot in the pool because it's funny to me because of the bubbles. I was like, yeah, this is okay. His voice is getting hard to do, though. That's why I had to do his whole story time in my regular voice, because, whoo, it was getting hard on my throat. Not great. Again, friends, please do the things that help out the channel, like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. Thank you so much for watching up until this point, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!
You are watching